Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to actually be taking a look at the Tati Beauty Blendifuls, Tati Beauty's second launch product. So we are going to be taking a look at these two little plushy sponges, little blendy, they feel like, you know, the Laura Mercier poofies that you use to set powder, but these you can actually use for foundation. We will actually be practicing, seeing if we like it a little bit better. This is supposed to be a 2-in-1. No, like an all-in-one. Oh my god, it's so soft. You know what this feels like? This reminds me of those very plushy things. If you go to like TJ Maxx or like a Target and you see these plushy little, what are they called? Jesus, I forgot the word. Blankets. These remind me of those, like the material, the quality, it's very soft. We are actually going to be taking a look at how to use them. These, ooh. I saw her video that she posted. She kind of went in detail by detail because a lot of, not a lot, but like a few of them were ripping, and it's all in the aftercare because you can supposedly wash these. Not supposedly, she showed you how to wash them. So I actually want to take a look and try it, see if it's easy for a beginner. I've never used a little poof like this for foundation. I just mainly use these for powder. We are actually going to be doing our whole routine. Basically, yeah, I brought a few brushes with me for, you know, a little bronzer and a little blush. And then this swipe off the bake because I would like to bake. I brought these along, so I guess we're gonna see if they're easy peasy, because that's the whole point of her. I think of her brand as a whole. She likes the idea of making things, you know, very innovative, we can all be makeup artists. So I think it is a beautiful idea. I think what she's trying to go for it, like makeup should not be scary. So I think she's coming out with something like this so that, you know, if you don't want to spend on 80 brushes, if you don't want to spend on 20, so that if you don't want to spend on, let's say 80 brushes for your face, if you don't want to spend on $20 on a beauty blender, you have this. So, you know, I think this is this might be, if it works for me, I think this might be it, you know? It's like her palette, her Textured Neutrals Volume 1. I actually took it with me to a vacation, just this one, and it forced a little bit of creativity in me, but not that much because like neutrals are kind of more my thing. It was beautiful. I've yet to like, there wasn't a look that I didn't like that I did with this, because some palettes really do take a lot out of me, a lot of like, how can I do this? How can I work with this? You know, like it racks my brain, but this is easy. If this is as good as that, man, she's gonna get my coin. She's gonna get my coin. So we're gonna prime the skin. I pulled my hair back, but let me pull it back a little better. So I'm going to first prime my skin with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, the coconut water. Very refreshing, but I'm gonna let it dry a little bit. I'm not typically someone that lets it dry. She said the way that you go in with the primer, it's a pore filling primer. It's a pore filling primer, and I don't think it's gonna exactly mesh well with concealer. Okay, so I don't necessarily believe that a pore filling primer and like this little blanket soft material is gonna mesh well. So I'm gonna just let it dry for a second. Go in with the Tatcha Silk Canvas primer, and I clearly love it. So I have it on this little corner. I'm gonna go in with this mirror. So it's nice. Do I feel like it's anything different than my fingers could have done? Not really. The point is to press this in, and that's what it's doing. Let me see if I grab a little more. It leaves such a weird little texture on the, I don't think you guys can see that. On the prime, oh, it's right up here. Just like if you grab a blanket or like some sort of clothy texture. Okay. Maybe I spoke too soon. don't think I have a lot of pores, but I know I have pores. You have that. I would like to go in with a little bit of this. This one also fills in your pores, but it is a blurring primer. And this one is the Becca Skin Love. Yeah. And then this is more of a lighter weight than the Tatcha. That one's very heavy duty too. This is a little bit more hydrating. Okay, so I think for pores, it did what it's supposed to, and it's great. Did what it's supposed to. I feel like I look very white today. Like very pale. So we're going to go in a little bit of foundation. So I'm going to take my Born This Way ones, and one's in the color Snow, one's in the color Porcelain. Porcelain's too dark, Snow is too white. Also, Snow is a little bit yellow. So you take one pump and you take one pump. I think it says, I could just be making this up, so don't take my word for it. Fact checked, but I think you're supposed to use less with this foundation. Less foundation with this product. I'm going to now I use this for that. I'm gonna take this end. And I dipped a little bit into the thing. Okay. Oh, right here. I have an issue with these baby hairs, and the reason I have so many is because I'm taking something to make my hair, because it's very thin. Hope it grow and get thickens. This is half my face. I still see some scarring on my forehead, but that's kind of because this is one layer. If I want the scarring to go away, I typically go in with like a second layer, a little bit. Not a second layer on my whole face, just where I need it. It's a little bit of spot, I guess spot concealing, but with foundation. On the second half of my face, it's lifting foundation. Like it doesn't want to apply it. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but and I'm grabbing some more off the little palette I have. So now I'm going in with a second pump because I already got everything off the palette. So I wouldn't say it's less foundation than I normally use, but I kind of thought that anyway because this is textured. Like I said, I wasn't sure, but I thought I saw it or heard it somewhere. It's doing a fine job on my chin. I'm still not really going anywhere else. I want to just stick to this part, make the most out of the space I have. You see, these are parts of my face that I miss until I look at the monitor. Realize that my boyfriend, when he's editing, will probably make fun of me for it. It gives me very, on certain areas, like the edges of my forehead and my nose, it gives me streaks. Okay, so maybe I didn't need like a full pump, a full second pump. The softer you pat, the fuller the coverage. I had my finger here, and I had like a little bit of a taco, and I was very, you're not supposed to, at least not for coverage, but that's kind of with any product. We've just about covered everything we need to cover. So to get a little bit of a fuller coverage, I'm still the taco, still keeping it a taco, but I'm holding it from the end. My finger's like this. It's not all the way over here pressing and adding pressure. I'm keeping it a little bit in the middle just to keep the form. I think as far as coverage goes. Now we're gonna go in with concealer, Born This Way. This one is again Porcelain. Are they the same shade? And Swan. Jesus Christ, that's so funny. So I have Porcelain and Swan in the foundations and in the, yes, I never noticed. I know what you're thinking. I'm gonna use now Swan. I'm gonna put Swan in the center, just like a little. I'm not going to go too heavy because this is already a very full coverage, very spreadable concealer in my inner and outer corners. Mainly to not make it look so bright. I think I'm gonna go with this. I used a lot of it for the foundation. I just realized maybe I shouldn't have done that. Okay, this for concealer. Oh, baby. It blends it down for you and everything. Oh my God. It's beautiful. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Now we're going to go in with this other little corner that I think might be a little bit more comfortable. Okay. I'm using a little bit of the concealer, see if I can maybe fix my nose. My nose is a tricky area with any product anyway. Any tool, even brushes and beauty blenders. Damn. Now I want to set, but okay. So you can cream bronze with this, but I'm not really a cream bronzer. Like I don't really have many, but I have this darker shade of foundation that I sometimes use. Okay, let's do everything in our power to get away from that. I know you can flip it, but I want to save the flipping for powders, and I still have to do blush. Okay, it's better now. So my thing was I wanted to tap it out like I would with a brush, but I realized no. Maybe on the lips though, I can't not just leave them. Good thing about this that I know the Beauty Blender would like not do for me. This isn't lifting the foundation. Like I know if I was going as intense as like rough as I'm kind of going to blend this because I feel a big oops on my own part. But this, I'm going rough, I'm sliding, you know, I'm pressing hard. It look bad. So I'm going to go back to the foundation a little bit and tap this over the oopsies, like because that's kind of my own fault. I will say I'm more impressed with how this blends concealer than foundation. Now I feel like I need more. Can you believe how backwards that is? I feel like I need more of this. And we're gonna do a little bit of cream bronzer. So I'm kind of debating between the e.l.f. and the NARS Orgasm liquid blush. I'm not even sure if this will make this one, but I think I'm gonna go in with the NARS because I haven't used NARS in a while, in a hot minute. I'm gonna add this onto a palette. Do these smells? This is this. So I'm going to actually flip this. You grab it and then you flip it like so. So I'm gonna flip this and I'm going to actually grab one of these pieces. I'm gonna spread this, then I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand. And from this I'm gonna work. Never like to go in full for. Oh my god. Oh, I'm running out of battery. This is so much better than, you know, I don't want to trash anything, but this is so much better than if I was doing this with a sponge. Oh no. Sorry, technical difficulty. The battery ran out. The thing about cloths is that things can get attached to it very quickly, so I'm grabbing a bit more. Oof. And this just blends for you. Again, back of my hand. Okay, this really does take the fear out of cream blush away from me. Put some, okay, hold up. You look a little Betty Boopy. Concealer that's been sitting on your face for a while. I don't know if you guys, like a brush can't do that for me because the brush already like kind of gets clogged. And sponges, when they dry, they hit this like super unusable phase. In honor of Tati, I'm gonna use one of her favorites, which is also one of my favorites. I'm going to use this to set, to bake. That's the one thing you can't do. You can't dust off a bake. You know how they say you can just use your finger and the natural oils of the finger will be like magic to your creasing concealer if you don't set it. That's BS, because let me just tell you, okay? My fingers wipe that thing off, okay? They wipe that shit off. Like, I feel like that's the fault with these kinds of products, that they cling. And if you don't believe me, check your damn blanket. You know what? I'm just gonna say I like this better than the Laura Mercier sponge. Only because of how soft this one is. The other one's a little bit too stiff, and you can barely bend it. I mean, you can, but like, it takes muscle work. Like, if you don't go to the gym five times a week, olvídate. So now I'm going to do my eyebrows. Oh no. Survived. So we're gonna do a quick little, I thought we should keep it in the Tati Beauty family. So should we do eyes first or finish like the rest of the face very quickly? I think we should just finish the face. So we're going to go in with my, of course, if you guys know, you know, my City Bronzer. It's in the shade 100. This is like, oh man. I don't even want to think about something as negative as them discontinuing it. No! Because the president will be getting a strongly worded letter about how that shouldn't happen. I'm going to go in with this Jouer. I'm not sure if it was like a limited edition, but this is the Rose Cut Gems. Was it Black Friday? I think it was. And we set the blush and maybe just a tip smidgen on the nose. I haven't been doing much highlighter lately. You know what? You're right. I just convinced myself. I shouldn't have done that. I look like Neapolitan ice cream now. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wipe down my lips. Porque esto no es aceptable. Another pink. So what we are going to do now is eyes. We're just gonna do something very quick, you know? The main attraction was Tati Beauty, the Blendifuls. So we're gonna go in with Soothe in the matte. Soothe. And I forgot how much I love this mirror. We're taking in a bit of a fluffy brush. So I've been doing something on the daily, and I use this exact brush actually. I was gonna say a brush like this, but this is a ColourPop. It doesn't have a name, but I know it's like the crease brush or something. Very inexpensive, very affordable. I've just been taking this with my bronzer and just putting it in the crease, a little bit of mascara, blush, bronzer, all that. Not the cream one. And just calling it a day. And I've really been liking how that's been turning out. We're gonna go in with Ritual and put that on the outer C, or maybe the outer third, because I realized that I'm filling this in. It's just that this blends. This is another e.l.f. brush. This is another e.l.f. crease brush, but it's very thin, you know? So I like to use this to fluff product into my outer third. Grab another little brush. I'm going into Story. I may as well just do Mom. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to Story and doing the half. Oof, we went smoky. I have a little bit of a dilemma. Just a smidgy one. I've realized it's easier for me to do smoky eyes than it is natural eyes. And I can't tell you why that is. I think it's because I like the way smoky eyes look on me. Okay, and now I'm going into Aura sequin with my finger. I was gonna grab a brush. I realized that if I'm getting the sequin, in order for the little pink pearl, the little pink pearly shimmers to show up, it's gotta be with my finger. And then I'm gonna grab the same brush I had Story in and just blend this out because you cannot. Beautiful. Let's just grab this Morphe E36. Grab a little bit of Soothe Matte. And you see how quick this was? No huff, no muss, no fuss. And then with the same one, we're gonna grab just the tip and we're gonna do Ritual. And kind of line it. Actually, before mascara, I'm gonna go in with the Cover FX, the mattifying setting spray. Thank you to, I think it was Casey Holmes I saw with this, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, this is kind of what I want, because I don't want a battery operated one. I want one that I could just charge. For mascara, we're gonna be using the CoverGirl Exhibitionist. This is very much similar to the Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. So if you're in the market for drugstore mascaras, I really like these infinity signs, like the infinity sign mascaras that the little wands look like it. I feel like they just hug everything. And I'm not gonna wear false lashes today because I'm not really a false lashes wearer anyway. Again, sometimes I will, but majority of the time, no. It's only for special occasions. Not to say that I won't do any tutorials with false lashes. I absolutely, most definitely will. But just not now. Like nothing like this, because this is kind of just a review on this. For lips, we're going to do. We're going to do Frenchie by Morphe. I don't overdraw my lips. And we're going to go in with Ofra. This Ofra, it's like a velvet. I don't really know what you'd call it. It's not a liquid lip. It's not a liquid lip. Like, it doesn't last all day. But it is a velvety texture. It's kind of moussey. And it's called Stretch. And that is it. This is the Blendiful. I only use the big one, that is another thing. The little heart one, the black one, it's a little firmer, has a baby heart. And that one's supposedly like a touch-up, so I'm going to use it. I'm gonna throw that in my purse. If it's as good as this, I'm buying more. I'm buying more. That being said, I really do like this sponge, this product. It's very good. It's very clean. I'm gonna wash it after this and see how it is. I'll let you guys know in the description. There are things I like about it. There are things I'm not a big fan of. And I talk about all these, but overall, I will say my favorite method, like my favorite use of this, I guess, is powder under my eyes and, you know, to chisel cheeks and stuff, and definitely concealer. It is, I believe $18 for the 2-pack. I believe great products, great second launch for Tati. She comes out with things that are basically meant to help you be the best and do the best version of your makeup, to feel your best, to feel confident, to feel comfortable. I love her thought behind everything. You can tell that there's meaning. You can tell that it's not just a money grab. You can tell that this is a genuine, these are all genuine launches, you know? Like, she puts her soul into everything. I definitely will be spending more on Tati Beauty. Also, don't forget, subscribe, ring the bell. Also, don't forget, subscribe and ring the bell, and you will be notified of future videos, and give this video a thumbs up. Well, that is very good for this channel, so I hope to keep on creating more content. I love this. I appreciate this. So thank you. I think this is the foundation. So I was forgetting something. Oh no. I'm gonna just... Did I get this? Okay, I'm getting scared. Fiber.